When it comes to maximizing muscle growth, 3, 4, and 5 day splits are the perfect balance of training stimulus and recovery. Less than 3 is suboptimal, and more than 5 isn't a good use of training time in my experience. Unless you're actually training to lose fat and you want a higher frequency for that, I don't recommend 6-day training for most people. If you can't get the work done in 3 to 5 days, you're probably not training as efficiently as you could be. So with that being said, let's start off with the 3-day push-pull legs program. 3-day training should be hard, heavy, and intense. You only have 3 days to get the work in, so make them count. This is pretty simple to set up. Every other day works well, but it's more important to pick days you can consistently do. Here's how this breaks down. Week 1, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is gonna be push, pull, and legs 1, while week 2 is gonna be push, pull, and legs 2, and in week 3, you're gonna repeat week 1, but you're just gonna be adding more weight to all your exercises, pushing for more reps, etc. If you're unsure about how to progress on a push-pull legs program and what's actually best for muscle growth, check out the last video I made on this push-pull legs series because I kind of go over the progression there. But with this training, you're still training the same muscle groups each week, so it's not like you're only training legs once every 2 weeks. I recommend this if you have a hard time recovering and or work a stressful job. For most people, 3 days is gonna get the job done, and you're gonna be able to recover well, and you're still gonna be able to work your full-time job, whatever it is you're doing with your life, without pushing too hard. Because remember, it's not about how much work you can do just to get beat up and sore and whatever the hell it is that most people think. It's how much you can train, recover from, and actually make progress from. And for a lot of people, it's a lot less than you think. Next up, we have the 4-day push-pull legs routine. 4-day training is a perfect balance between training hard and recovery. You should still be able to feel good enough on your off days without being super beat up. Here's how I like to set this up. Week 1, Monday is gonna be push 1, Tuesday will be pull 1, Thursday will be legs 1, and then Friday you're gonna move on to push 2. Then we go to week 2, Monday pull 2, Tuesday legs 2, Thursday push 1, Friday pull 1, and then week 3 you're basically repeating. You're gonna be going to legs 1 and then push 2, pull 2, legs 2, etc. And you just keep rotating through that. This 4-day push-pull legs is great for most people to work regular jobs and recover well from normal training programs. There's a ton of different factors when it comes to how well you're gonna actually recover. So try out the 3-day program if you feel like you're not recovering as well on your normal training program. And then if you're someone, you've been training a long time, you kind of know your body, 4-day training is gonna work perfectly fine. And finally, we have our 5-day push-pull leg split. Monday through Friday is a typical training split for those that do body part splits. But you don't technically have to train those days only using a push-pull legs program. Here's how I set up the 5-day push-pull leg split. There's 2 ways you can set this up. Week 1, you can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, take a day off on Thursday, and then go Friday, Saturday. This would be push, pull, legs 1, and Friday and Saturday would be push 2 and pull 2. Depending on your work schedule, your life, what you do on the weekends, that kind of thing, this might work better. But for most people, I think Monday through Friday is gonna work perfectly fine because that's what people are usually used to in the first place. And then week 2, you're just gonna go from there. After pull 2, Monday is gonna be legs 2, Tuesday will be push 1, Wednesday pull 1, Friday and Saturday legs 1 and push 2. You basically are just rotating through. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Hopefully this diagram that I'm showing you guys right now makes sense of it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. But basically, you're just gonna be rotating through those 6 different workouts in, 10 days, essentially. This definitely makes a 5-day split the hardest to recover from, but it's also gonna allow you to progress the fastest. After all, the more you can train and recover from, the more muscle you're gonna be able to grow. This split is great for those that can train more often without jobs, kids, and life destroying their recovery. If you're getting some value from this video, make sure to like it and let me know which push-pull leg split sounds right for you in the comments below. Let's get back to the video. Now that we have the basic setup for the 3, 4, and 5-day training splits out of the way, you might be wondering how many days per week should you be doing push-pull legs. And while you might not be able to train all day like Cap can fight all day, depending on what you have to fight in your day-to-day life, you just might be able to train more overall. Any of these splits work, but this is probably one of the most important things, and I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you can train consistently with whatever you choose. Most people aren't going to train 5 days per week on top of a full-time job. If you have kids, you know how hard it can be to make time for yourself. If you can only train 3 days per week, that's better than trying to destroy yourself 5 days per week and burn yourself out. I've heard it so often from people who aren't serious about training for the long haul. They tell me, I'm taking X, Y, and Z supplements, I'm super sore, and I can barely walk. And I worked out 20 times this past week. Congrats. I always kind of roll my eyes at them, honestly. Months later, they haven't trained in forever, their expensive supplements are collecting dust, and they aren't getting any closer to their goals. Consistency is the most important thing if you want to build more muscle. Make that happen, and you're gonna set yourself up for success. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and let me know which push-pull leg split works for you. You can check out these videos next to build more muscle now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.